Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality.
Wario Stadium. This is one stadium that you don't want to miss out on. This entire track is based on an ATV race to a point. There's sponsored ads all over the place, mud can easily slow you down, and you drive through fire rings. Well, okay, maybe driving through the fire rings isn't the most realistic unless you're at a circus, but the track feels tough and dirty regardless. The layout is interesting because one minute you're making several turns, then you're making huge jumps, and then you're riding across consecutive speed boosts. The most interesting part is when the track turns into an anti-gravity rail section. This part comes out of nowhere. You just can't expect something like that. At the end, Wario Stadium is submerged in water. This also comes out of nowhere. What I like the most about this track is the element of surprise. You don't expect what's going to happen during the race, and that makes it exciting and fresh. The music is also great. It's personally nostalgic for me, and has a nice jazz tune going for it. Sherbet Land. For a snow level, this one is actually pretty darn good. The coolest feature about Sherbet Land is the variety of routes you can take. You can choose to stay on the ice the whole time, which is already solid on its own, or there's a couple sections where you can go under the ice. Going under the ice isn't a shortcut, it's the same length, but the amount of detail added to both routes is amazing. While driving above the ice, you'll get a good look at the huge freezies, which can slow you down if you knock into one. There's also an alternate gliding ramp at the end of the course, which requires a mushroom. There's some Shy guys skating around as well, but they're pretty easy to avoid. Driving under the ice has lots of speed boosts, ramps, and even a couple Delectros. The music really feels like Christmas music. In fact, in a lot of ways, this track almost feels like Christmas Eve. I mean, think about it. It's night, it's dark out, the northern lights are outside, and all the lampposts are lit up. This course works well because, despite its somewhat basic layout, it's still challenging because the road is slippery. Because the roads are wide open, you're given a little opportunity to learn where to drift and what not. On top of all that, the snow and ice effects are really good. They're so vibrant that they glisten driving by them. Music Park. This is one incredibly unique track. Music Park really rocks it home. The first thing we should talk about is the music. It's ridiculously catchy. The music is so important for this track that it affects a lot of the track's elements. There's a few sections where you'll drive across road that looks like a piano or a xylophone. While driving across the road, we hear the melody played with the instrument you're driving over. I don't know what it is about this mechanic, but it's so satisfying. It almost feels like you're helping play the song while racing. At the end of the track, there's a few really huge music notes. The notes bounce up and down, and when they hit the road bumps. If you jump at the right time, you can actually trick off the bump. All this is synced to the music. One of my favorite background elements is around the beginning. There's two piranha plants head bopping like they're in a metal band. It's hilarious watching. On top of all that, the actual layout is really interesting and varied. You always feel like you're doing something different. There's a few nice shortcuts thrown in, and the environment feels really warm and at home. Yoshi Valley. Yoshi Valley's biggest catch is the amount of paths you can take while racing. If you wanted, you could literally make every lap a different experience because of all the options you have. What's nice is that most paths take about the same amount of time to get through, but not completely. I find the fastest path is to take the really narrow bridge route, but the risk is that it's pretty easy to fall into the valley. Speaking of the valley, man does it look magnificent. There's lots of giant Yoshi eggs and life breathing all around. The layout of the track can be difficult if you don't know how to drift. There's a lot going on at once. Some of the road has guardrails and some of it doesn't. My favorite part of this track is around the end. There's a giant spinning Yoshi egg that goes around in a circle. Behind it are some coins you can grab. The egg can get in your way sometimes, but it's generally easy to dodge. The only other obstacles on the track are a few Goombas, but they're very easy to avoid. There's also a nice ramp shortcut at the end, but it requires a mushroom. The music is really fitting. The string instruments complement the home atmosphere. It's almost like you're driving around some ranch or something. I gotta say too, the sunset is quite mesmerizing. From this cup, Music Park is my personal favorite track. What's your favorite track in the Leaf Cup for Mario Kart 8? Let me know in the comments. Like if you liked, dislike if you thought I sounded really annoying. Make sure to follow my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Tumblr to keep up to date with upcoming videos and projects. Thanks for watching, have an amazing day.